Hi guys, so I'm showing you this video right now, and this is all about how to use your Gmail account. Throughout the year, you're going to be using email, even if you are doing virtual class or you are in person. So there's a couple things we are going to need to go over. So right now what you are doing is you are seeing my email account. Right here you see an email I have open, and you are seeing emails that I've been receiving recently. They have the time of day they came in, and they have a subject and who it is from. What we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start by teaching you how to send an email to somebody. We're going to go ahead and see this plus sign over here. We're going to start by clicking this button that says Compose. Compose means to create. So I'm going to click on this, and we see a couple things. We see a to button, or to section, a subject section, and then a place to write in the actual body of the email. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the email address of the person I'm sending this email to. You need to be very careful that you type the email correctly, because if you don't, or you type in the wrong letter, it's going to not send it to the right person. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and send an email to myself. I'm going to pretend I'm a student and I have a problem because I forgot how to use Google Slides, and I know there's a how-to video somewhere, but I can't find it. So I'm going to ask my teacher to help me find this email, or how to find this link. So I'm going to go ahead and start typing my teacher's email address, rmckee@ecpps.k12, and you can see at the bottom it's actually starting to pull up the email address I'm typing in. Once you send an email to someone, it's very good about remembering it. So if I wanted, I could just click there and it fills in the rest of the email address for me. You can see it's right there. Okay, the next thing we have to do is we need to type in our subject. Our subject is a way to quickly tell the person you're sending the email what it's about. So if you look over in my email inbox right here, you can see I have subjects, and there's always a dash before the actual email starts. I have an email right here from Ms. Meredith, and it has a subject line of 3rd McKee passwords. So this email is probably about passwords for my 3rd grade students. I have one from Ms. Banks. The subject line is tomorrow. So that email is probably about something happening tomorrow, so I need to read it because it's important. So remember, we said our problem is we can't figure out how to access that how-to video. So the big thing we do not want to do is we do not want to type our actual email in the subject. Your teacher will not be seeing all of that, and it's going to be very confusing. So you would just want this to be a couple of words that's going to get your point out. So let's do an example of what we don't want to do. Help me, I can't find the link for the how-to video. I need to do my homework. This is way too much. We want to cut this down to just a couple of words. So we want to make sure it's specific. If you just type help me, that's very vague. We want this to be a little bit more specific. So I'm going to say something about Google Slides help. So now when your teacher opens this email, they're going to say, oh, this student needs help with Google Slides, and they're going to know that's what they're looking for. Sometimes teachers especially are busy at different times of day, so when you send an email, there might be something that they think, oh, I can answer this really quick, I'm going to respond right now. Or if they're like, this is something I need to go and look at the grade book and I need to find more information, they might not answer that if they're in a meeting. So the subject line really helps us to know if it's something we can help you with right away or not. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually type up our email. We want to make sure that our email makes sense. We are not going to be using shorthand that we use when we text people. We want to be very clear. If you type an email that is confusing and your teacher receives it, they're then going to reply to you and tell you they have no idea what you're talking about. And then you're going to have to send them another email. And it's just going to waste your time. So you want to make sure that you're being very clear in your emails so that it does not waste time and you can go ahead and get the answer or the help that you need. So remember, we said my problem was I need to use Google Slides. I don't remember how and I can't find the video. So I'm going to go ahead and tell that to my teacher. I'm doing my Google Slides and I can't figure it out. Help me, please. I'm telling me how to find the link for the how to to video. All right, now, see something cool? I just typed a bunch of O's and my email actually changed it to the correct spelling. I'm going to click enter and I'm going to tell my teacher, thanks for, oh look at that, it's even suggesting your help. So I'm going to go ahead and if you click the tab button, it actually lets you finish that. You don't have to do that, but it is helpful. All right, and that is all I'm telling my teacher. I'm going to reread it and make sure it makes sense. I'm doing my Google Slides and I can't figure out. Wait a minute. That doesn't quite make sense. Oh, I forgot the word it. And if I click here, because it has a blue squiggly, my Gmail account's actually saying, I think you meant figure it out, which is what I meant. So I can click that. And if you don't have a suggestion, you can still fix what you typed. I'm going to keep reading. Help me please by telling me how to find the link for the how-to video. Thanks for your help. And now I know it's a red squiggly line. That's weird. So let me show you something else you can do. You can check your spelling. Down here, there's these 3 little dots. You're going to click this. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to click check spelling. Now it went ahead and highlighted the things that it thinks I spelled wrong. There are 3 things. JC, because JC is not a word. It's an abbreviation. It's a name. Rebecca, which is my name. And oftentimes the names are spelled wrong. And then help with a bunch of P's because I spelled it wrong. So if I click this word, it's going to suggest a couple of things. So this says help and then PP afterwards. No, I'm not trying to say that. Help, helper, or helps. Well, I'm trying to say help. So I can click this and it'll change it for me. And I also need to include a period at the end. I am all done. I have reread it. I have made sure to make sense so my teacher can quickly figure out what I'm going to say. Now I'm going to go ahead and click send and it will be off to my teacher. Now look at my inbox. I have a new email. I can tell because in my inbox it says 1. Here's my email. It's bold. It tells me who it's from. It's from me. Now, something I want you all to realize is very important is you want to keep your inbox at 0 or a very, very low number. Because if you have too many inboxes or emails in your inbox, it's going to get confusing if your teacher sends you an email and they need an answer from you. You're going to think that your teacher doesn't need anything right away because you're just used to seeing all of these numbers for emails. It'll also tell you up here, I have 1 new email. So let's say I am in a different document. This is some documents I have in my Google Drive. If I see a number pop up over here, oh, I have a new email. I'm going to click over here and check it out. Now I'm going to read my email. You'll see that all of a sudden now it's not going to be bold anymore and my 1 is gone because I've read my email. So I've read my email. I see a student needs help finding a how-to video. I need to reply to this student. So this is how you reply. See this arrow right here? It says reply. So I'm going to click that. I don't need to type in an email address because it's already going to be there. So if your teacher sends you an email and you need to reply, you're not going to need to type in their email. It'll already be there just when you hit reply. And I'm going to answer them. I'm going to say, you can click the help desk button in Canvas and you will find the link there. Let me know if you need more help. So I went ahead, I wrote an email, I made sure it makes sense. I've used proper punctuation, and I know the student should understand what I'm saying. Now I'm going to do a little something extra. I think this student might be feeling a little down, so I'm going to send them a little photo, a little meme. I Googled some memes, and I have went ahead and I found this one I liked. And I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paste it in here. And you can do that by copying. You can hit the buttons Control-C or right-click. And then you can also click Control-V or right-click and click Paste. So I have a little cute meme in there to send in their email. Copy and pasting is also a good way to be inserting things which you are going to be practicing later on. And then I would click send. And then you'll see I have another email for myself because I keep emailing myself. But that is all there is to it. So be sure when you are using your Gmail, you're keeping your inbox down to 0 and you're reading all of your emails. You're writing a subject line that's just a couple of words, not a full sentence. You are proofreading what you are writing. Make sure it is clear and concise.